Greetings. My name is Dr. Waddell Brooks, Sr., your host, and this is Community Focus. We're very fortunate today to have with us a regular on Community Focus, Willie Brooks. He's a community activist from Zion, Illinois. Good morning, Mr. Brooks.
Good morning, Mr. Brooks. How you doing? I'm glad to be here this morning. Early in the morning, a little rain out, but I'm here.
Yeah. This is typical Chicago weather, right?
Yeah, I'm glad it's a bit rain and snow. I'm glad it's raining.
Well, what we normally do is talk about community events, since you're a community activist. But today we're going to talk about revealing of hidden events, and we speak about revealing of hidden events, the events that happen in Chicago and across the country. We have Attorney General's office has gotten involved in several violations in federal laws involving police shootings of African Americans that were unarmed. And we look at areas like Ferguson, Missouri, Baltimore, Maryland, Chicago, Illinois, New York City, New York, Cleveland, and Cincinnati, Ohio, just to name a few. So let's talk about the events that, as you see them, we call them hidden events.
Well, Mr. Brooks, first of all, nothing just happened. Mm-hmm. Things have been happening, and when it's happening all over the country, that means a pattern. It must come in the training. I mean, you say you pick out one police force, but then you start looking all over the country. It's a pattern. They've been trained to shoot and kill Afro-Americans and shoot them in the back. I mean, some kind of way it's in the training. It has to be in the training. This is what is happening all over the country. So when you start looking at what's been hid and what's coming out, for years we had integrity with the police force. We had integrity with government when they say something as it was. It was a word of integrity. They are here to protect and serve. Mm-hmm. And most people who are law-abiding citizens took this for granted. We just saw the police right, because the police here. Now we're getting our eyes open with video cameras and with technology nowadays. We're getting to see the unseen that we overlooked all these years. Nothing just happened. Mm-hmm. It's been happening for years and years. They've been killing us. They've been telling us gang-related. When we say gang-related, we say no more. We say, well, they was in the gang. The police said gang, and we took them as their word. But now as we getting so much we getting more intelligent now with technology, we getting to see they've been lying. They've been lying for men, been locked up 20 years in jail. They've been set up by systems 20 years ago. They've been locked up, say they did it. We take their word. Police told the truth. You did it. Now you got to prove you didn't. But the law say I'm guilty to prove I'm innocent to proven guilty. But we've been living a lie all these years. They've been locking our men up, talking about they rape women. They locking our men up, taking them out the house, talking about they did crime. Well, they need to solve a case, and they use our men who had nobody really speaking up on. But these cameras in 2015 have opened up the window of really who's protecting the American citizen.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, we're talking with Mr. Willie Brooks. He's a community activist, and he's also an elder, a former elder at the Christian Faith Fellowship Church in Zion, Illinois, but he does his own ministry all over the country. And we're finding the same thing that's happening. We have the same God that's here, whether in Florida or California. We still have the same God. And in the God's commandments, thou shalt not kill. But it appears that we enter in church. I mentioned that we have over 3,000 denominations in the world, but we have the same Bible, and thou shalt not kill. And it also states we shall love one another, brother. In other words, how can we say we love God and hate our brother? Something is wrong with that picture.
But it's religion. Religion say love them. Mm-hmm. That's religion. Mm-hmm. I went to church down in Indiana, all white church. I'm a black man, so I went to all white church down in Indiana a few weeks ago, and they say the power of God was there, but they didn't really speak to me. They never had a black man come to church, but God sent me there, but they really didn't love me. They really, it was such a feeling that it wasn't a love. The people who brought me loved me, but the people who's in the church rejected me. So where's you talking to a God, but you hate a man you see because they have a different color? But we thought they had the same spirit of God. So really, religion keeps us divided. Religion keeps us divided. So we're not gonna go religion because I may hurt somebody's feelings.
Now, you mentioned about color as a division, but when God created the earth, didn't he create it from dust of the earth? It say, dust art thou, and dust returneth. So we're going right back to dust.
We got the Jews and the Gentiles. We've had division all the time. We got different tribes, different tribes all through the Bible. Different tribes. Go kill all that tribe. Kill them off. Don't want nobody else to live in that tribe. God sent them, kill them all. I don't want even a dog to live. Nobody in that tribe to live. So it's been going on, and that's still, that same spirit is in us now. It's certain people we just don't like, and we say we love God.
And we don't know why we don't like them, right?
It's a mystery. We're a mystery.
Amazing.
It's a mystery.
We say that we even teach the youngsters hate black people, but don't tell them why. And we go to church and we tell them to love everybody. So the children are mixed up. That's
why the children don't come to church now.
Oh, okay.
We don't know what we're talking about. We don't most churches don't like another church. Right? Why 10 churches on the same block?
Okay.
And ain't but 100 people live in the block, and it's 10 churches on the block. Because everybody want to be the preacher.
Okay.
And we don't supposed to talk to the other church because he may woo you out of here. So don't go around him. Don't talk to him. When I grew up in Lake County, on third Sunday, we bring all the churches together and have unity choir.
Okay.
All the choirs would meet. We don't have no unity choirs no more because people are scared the people won't come back. And people come to be tithes and offering. People become tithes and offering. I grew up in the church where in Lake County, where we are Baptist, Shiloh, and other churches. We'll come together on third Sunday and have combined choirs.
Okay.
A-B section. We don't do that anymore because we don't trust our members with another church, to combine with another church. But we still love the same God. That's become a business.
You mentioned about a church. What is the church? Actually, the building, it should be, like you mentioned, the assembly where people come together, and I could share your needs, you see my needs, and so forth. So this is what the church is all about.
It should have been. We had the church in earlier black days. It was a resource center.
Okay.
Because the pastor got to go in talk to different leaders and come back and get information and share information. And then he was able to bless us through resources.
Okay.
But now all of us have access to the same people. I talk to the mayor, you talk to the mayor. I talk to the governor, you talk to the mayor. So now, why do I need him to let him do his job, preach the gospel? The church should build me up spiritually. So my fight may not be your fight. You may have to go in corporate America and fight a whole nother fight. And I may have to go in the streets and fight a whole nother. But the church, we come together in church to build us up with our faith. To go fight a whole nother week of things that's going to come at us to try to keep us from our purpose and our destiny. So the church is supposed to build me. I come together with people of faith and worship this God with faith and come out of there with great faith to fight whatever coming at me. Sickness, you got to go. Blindness, you got to go. Lack, you got to go. Because I come out, I felt something inside of me that comes out of me. I am a conqueror. I can do more than enough with God who strengthens me. So I come out with your strength. My two beliefs come together. Man, we can win the world. We can buy the neighborhood. Man, we can bring a new market in here. We can depend on the church to do all this. We are the church. And let me do my lane and you do your lane, and we'll come together and take a community.
Well, some denominations have one church. I think Catholic, they have one church. The Jews, they have one. But according to the Baptists, like you say, they have one on every corner.
Well, that's religion.
Okay.
See, religion always keeps you. You got to do their way, no other way. It's my way. This way. What happened years ago? Oh, this way. But when you look at the Bible, God didn't use them. He used an old brother like me off the street. I don't know nothing. Well, that's what I want to use.
By the way, Jesus the Christ had no address.
No address.
He was out in the community. He was a community activist. Healing the sick, raising the dead.
The Bible. I'm telling you, he used people like me without a building. Don't come to my building. I see you on the street, I pray for you.
Okay.
I see you on the street, I pray for you. I see you, encourage you. I encourage you. I tell you your future. He met the woman at the well. Okay. She was outside. She went back telling everybody. She didn't say, come back to the well. I met a man that changed my life. If we start doing that, each one of us come out of church on Sunday and go change other people's lives. They ain't going to say, I met a man told me to come to church. I met a man that told me I am God's given person on earth and I'm going to do well in this earth. I don't care what situation I'm in right now. This ain't it. That's what we looking. We ain't looking for all this doctrine. Everybody got. I can't do all that. I can't keep it alive. I'm out of. They told me my ministry got to be outside the door. I can't understand order. I can't take order. But he keeps speaking to me.
Well, you're a perfect example of a man being used by God because you preach and you call, I should say, in Miami, Texas. And all over.
Wherever he go, I send me God. He send me. He provide for me. And when I get there, he tell me what to say. Because with me, I wouldn't go someplace. It's just me. I want to just be comfortable putting my phone, hitting my TV, changing channels. He said, get up and go.
What is the purpose of man on earth? Now, God, he had a purpose in creating man.
Yeah.
But okay, now when he created man, if I may fast forward on this, the creator was killed by his own creation. Right?
Yeah. But
Christ came into his own, and his own received him not. And they killed
gonna hate. He said they hated me. They hated him. They gonna hate me because they ain't gonna hate you if you fit in.
Okay.
Religion, you fit in. It's White Sunday. It's Men's Day. It's Women's Day. All that fit in. But I say, hey, I can hear you at the grocery store. I see somebody sick. Man, you can be healed right now. Let's sit here and pray. Let's pray right now. See, now, well, you can't do that. You get them to the church or the pastor. But when Jesus went to the cross, he said, we ain't need a priest no more. He said, the Holy Spirit will lead me and guide me, myself. So, yes, I need a man to help me divide the Bible, but I don't need a priest to get to him. Because he said, I'm leaving you, the same one brought me in the earth, I'm leaving him with you, the Holy Spirit, and he will lead you and guide you. Well, wait a minute. I don't have to go to the man and ask him, can he pray for me? He said, well, you can pray for him. So I'm praying for men right on the street. I pray him in McDonald's. I pray him on the street. I pray, because he said, I got that same power. So I do it all the time. And I've seen people get healed, delivered, and set free on the street.
We have people really do not understand the power of prayer.
They don't have no faith. Your power is only good as your faith. I pray, I have to believe you're going to be healed.
Okay,
if I'm praying, I believe God healed me. Okay. I know he healed me. I'm not wondering, man, I hope God heard that prayer. I pray that God heal me. I know he healed me, and I can pray for you. If you're sick, I believe in you heal. It's two together, and we believe it's done. He's in the midst of us. Two of us praying, man, God's going to show up and show up. If we believe us, but I got to believe, most of us we believe in church.
Okay.
But we don't believe in God. And we don't believe that we can hear from God and God will use us. That's why our faith weather. I got to get you to another man. I ain't, I can't get to the pastor. He out playing golf. I can't find him. But okay, here I am right here. God sent you to me. And all of a sudden, I'm saying, let me get to you by Sunday. Come to my church. Boy, he can't make Sunday. They Monday, but he can't make Sunday. Now the blood on me, because he sent him to me. And I had the power to pray for him, but I didn't use my power. I told him to go use another man's power. So I'm shifting the weight off to the blood on my hand because he gave me the power.
There's a group of people that do not believe that Jesus is the mediator. They go to man to mediate. But we all have the same Bible, it tells us that Jesus is a mediator between you and God. And he's sitting on the
right hand, Mr. Brooks. He's not coming. When Jesus comes, he's sitting at the right hand and says, I left you. I got to leave you. And I'm going away. I'm going to sit next to the Father. And I'm going to leave you here with the Holy Spirit. And you have access to me. Man, why we keep thinking he gonna come back with a white sheet and run through my house? He said, I'm leaving you. Something need to be done in Lake County. He told me to do it. I ain't coming back, Willie. I'm sitting next to the Father. It's you. I'm putting it in your heart. I put the desires of me in you to do something in Lake County. You're supposed to change the race election. You're supposed to change people, blacks hating white. It's you, because you can't sleep without changing. This is on your mind all the time. Race relations. Man, why I keep thinking about it, I don't care. But them say, it's me who putting it in you, because you can do it. Because I put it in you before you was you. That's what whatever thing desire your heart, that's God.
So we have God, we call it, Trinity is never mentioned in the Bible, but he is 3 in 1.
In one. Me and you believe that. See, but we ain't supposed to convince people nothing. Power convinces them. Jesus didn't convince the woman at the well that he was God. Power telling her story. And then power came. The blind man got to see. He ain't got to tell man, I'm Jesus, and you going to open your eye. But the power of Jesus. And the man went around, the man said, hey, that's your son? Was he always blind? He said, man, he was always blind. I don't know who opened his eye. I don't know who opened it. But that power, that power that he left for us. Man, he opened the blind man's mind. I don't know what he was. I don't know what he ever did, but he opened my eye. I was blind. I could see.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, we're talking with Mr. Willie Brooks, a community activist, and he's an exemplary person from Zion, Illinois. And we can say this, that God knew that I would be interviewing Mr. Willie Brooks from the beginning of time. Before he was even in his mother's womb, God knew that this would take place on this date at this time.
It was already preordained, predestined. We ordained to be here. The earth, the sun, the earth is crying for men like you and I to speak the truth and speak it. So now people's offering this money thing. Everybody got to get $1 for everything they do, and you pay for a word. You got to do everything. And they say all these titles. Everybody a bishop. Got one member bishop. Everybody got a name. Well, bishops and apostles, all that should they territorial. They're not one church. I should be running a region. If I got all these names, it's more responsibility come on the name. You have 5 members, I'm bishop. I don't know nobody but one street, one service, and one denomination. I'm bishop. Names are cool, but he didn't give his power with names. He said, I respect no man. He can give me power with no name. Without a name, just God's Willie.
There must be power, in the black relationship. It has to be power there, and there must be people that are afraid of this power. Because we can go back, no matter how we treat African Americans, or blacks, or Moors, or whatever you want to call the dark race, even though they were created by God from the beginning, from the dust art thou, the dust returneth. But John Hanson, a Moor, he was a Moor, dark skinned, was the first president of the United States of America on the Articles of Confederation. Articles of Federation, it's called. And I think George Washington, we're taught in the textbooks that he was the first president of the United States, but he was the first president under the ratified Constitution with 1787, which is about the 5th president. The Articles of Federation were used as was our Constitution before George Washington. Well, he's number 5 now. So just in case there's a problem there, we had 5 Negro presidents of the United States. Those women had black slaves while the slave owner was away, and the slave fathers produced. We had slave Abraham Lincoln. Andrew Jackson, Warren Harding, and Thomas Jefferson had a mulatto father. Dwight Eisenhower had a slave grandmother. So we all mixed up. And who caused the mixture? It wasn't the black. Because they say the freest person in the world would be white female.
But history, Mr. Brooks, has been written by white men. I've been messed up lately when they told me all my life I thought Columbus discovered America.
Okay.
And come to find out, how can you discover somebody already here?
He never reached this.
You know what I'm saying? So all my life I was taught Columbus discovered America.
Okay.
So I was taught. So I went to a multicultural school.
Miseducation.
So they planted this in our mind all the time. We're superior people. We was really, God set the Afro-American black man in Africa. He gave us everything. He put all the minerals in that land. Everything we need, the gold, the silver, everything we need. That's why they took us out and wanted what God gave the black man. That's why they've been fighting us ever since. He put us where everything we need is in Africa. We ain't need nothing. We got the jungle, we got the silver, we got all minerals right there in the land. So when they took us out, we want to call ourselves Afro-American, but our history tells us, he said, it is good. I made you in my image and it's good. You should have not want for nothing. So he put us in a land where we wouldn't want for nothing. So we get out here, they want what we got, and they bring us out there. We fighting because we didn't supposed to be here. I'm not fighting the Afro-American. Our culture and our nature was not supposed to be in America. Our nature was in a land that they took they changed bloodline, tried to change our bloodline, try to mix our bloodline many years ago to get us confused. So American blacks we've been so Americanized around here. We so much American. All we want is some new car, new house. We want material stuff, but we really owned it all the time. So they renting our stuff back to us. We get a 3-year, 4-year car deal to rent a car back to us. Well, the minerals, we own the minerals. We own all the gold and the silver and everything, plutonium, everything came out of the land that God set us in. God put us in the richest nation in the world and gave us it is done. You are mine. Then we was fooled and tricked with wavy hair. And boats and cars out of our own land. And now we got a division, because once you come out, we start fighting each other. He said, I'm confused your enemy.
Well, what Lynch did that in 1712.
Yeah, but he been confused.
He said if you use this procedure on your slaves intensively for 1 year, you will have them under control perpetually.
And we still got it.
And that was 1712.
I see you.
Divide and conquer.
Well, divide and conquer. We do it right now. I hate you because you were on radio. Well, go get on radio yourself. I hate you because I see you networking with people I see on TV. So I sit here and don't do nothing, but I start hating you because I won't move myself. So I don't hate you, I hate myself because I won't move myself. And I'm so educated, but I won't move on nothing myself. So I hate the ones that move.
But we're going to put you back in slavery because we got the prison system now. That's a form of slavery, right?
It's private enterprise now.
Private enterprise.
It's private enterprise. Michael Jordan put $21 million in the private enterprise. Your hero. It's a moneymaker. For around the world. If you don't shoot you, they put you in prison. But you got to go.
And they make it more convenient for you to occupy the prisons because the penalty is greater for the same crime for minorities than it is for non-minorities.
You see a boy the other day, he killed about 5 people in a car taking a drug, and he get 10-year probation. And now he on the run. What I'm saying, if you've been African-American boy, he been shot in the back, or then you got prison, he killed 4 people in a car. But his people had money, so they gave him 10-year probation in a rehab house. And he in there drinking and partying. Now he had ran away. But if been a brother, he'd been killed. He had been in prison for the whole 10 years. He gave him 10 years probation for killing 4 people. Money, we got the haves and the have-not. It's past black and white now. Blacks will enslave you quicker than a white person. Blacks are worse against you than white people. It's not a racial thing. It's have and the have-nots. And so you give me a have, I hate you. And I'm still black.
Blacks were brought over here from Africa in crowded ships. Half of the people didn't survive, and they were thrown overboard to the big fish. And they tell me that the big fish still use that same route now because of the meat. That were, the Jews will say never again because of, 6 million? 6 million Jews?
Yeah.
But there were over 100 million Africans that didn't survive the trip from Africa to the United States.
Yeah, I was in Washington, D.C., in Washington, you go to the Congress building, you can feel I can feel how many Afro-Americans fell in the concrete. Like I could hear voices crawling out the concrete. Because when they built them big buildings, the Congress building and all that, they used slaves to build them.
Okay.
And you fall over in the concrete, you dead. They just pour more concrete on top of it. So I can still feel that when I go into the buildings in Washington. All your big buildings in Washington were built by slaves.
Okay.
And so they fell in the concrete. They couldn't get them. There's untrained people. They wasn't masonry people. They was untrained slaves.
Okay.
And they built it, and some fell in. They just poured more concrete and keep on building. And so you go in them buildings, my spirit feels them. I've been there numerous times. And I can feel them people crying out of the concrete. I'm saying it was so ironic. I'm saying what you saying now, the ship, but I'm talking about building of America. What buildings, we go and look at monuments. What's in the monument? For slave hands.
The White House was built.
All that
designed
by slaves.
Yeah.
All trade. So I'm saying a lot goes on. You talking about the hidden things been hidden. So stuff, education been hidden from us. But we getting run down in education right now. Most of our kids right now not getting the technology and the computers they must have. They still doing number 2 pencils. And number 2 pencil, they don't even count money at the bank. But everything is your bank account is electronically, your money going electronic. So why are you teaching our children in Afro-American community with a number 2 pencil? And number 2 pencils are already outdated. They're already doing in the computers. Already, our children in kindergarten are getting high-tech iPads. But in the Afro-American community, they do not get them to the 12th grade. So they're already 11 years behind. And the world is already 10 years ahead of us. So whether we catch up, we can't catch up because it's systematically that we are not in the game of the future of America.
So it is designed
not to be in the game of future America.
It sounds like... if you had a race and 100 yards and you place a minority on the 1 yard line,
he won't make it.
You place a non-minority on a 50-yard line and start the race. Who's going to win the race?
The 50 yard.
So it's designed.
It's designed to lose.
To lose. Okay.
They give you sub-education. Education, I was at a meeting the other week, they said for the baby, the baby in the womb, you got to talk certain ways, what's said in the house and to the baby, while the baby in the womb controls the baby when the baby come out the womb. So your education does not start after the womb, it starts before the womb, what's conversation being said in the house. Most of our houses are cussing out, talking about bills, talking about what the world did, about this and that. They talking down. So when the baby come out, the baby got Down syndrome because all he knows is some negative stuff. But most babies who make money and who are progressive in America, they are been talked to in the womb. They play music to them in the womb. They play smooth music. They give them opera. They give them all this in the womb. So when they come out, they thirsty for what they heard in the womb. When we're thirsty for chaos. When we come out, chaos while you're pregnant, chaos when the pregnancy, chaos when the baby's
Willie Brooks, I want to thank you very much for taking time from your very busy schedule to come down with us on Community Focus. You're always welcome. We're going to talk about revealing of hidden events.
Yeah.
Part 2, very soon.
Okay.
The song says soon and very soon.
I'm honored to be here this morning, and thank God that we've able to still come on Greed when we started off, but we got off in the hidden agendas.
And they will continue with Community Forum, where people can actually see you on a television program. We're going to continue with part 1 there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to another awareness session on Community Focus. My name is Dr. Wardell Brooks Sr., your host.